Hi, my name is Brendan Deasy, and I believe that life is not a game. Love 'em or hate 'em, most people have played some form of a video game, whether it's a small platformer like Super Mario Bros. Or a more complex battle royale like Fortnite. All video games have the same effect on people's minds. They make them feel in control. In most video games, the player controls a character and makes them do something. In a single-player game, the player takes their character on challenging quests and missions, while in a multiplayer game, the player constantly tries to make their character better than the other people playing in the game. The concepts of video games are deceptively simple: a little fun, escape, getting to be someone else for a while. Yet they are so compelling that they can become addictive. If you really love video games like me, then after playing for a while, the real world seems really lame. You can't slay a dragon, you can't take on endless hordes of zombies, and becoming better than other people takes not only time, but also hard work. Who wants to work super hard for something as unrewarding as just being better than your friend? In the real world, we prefer things to be easy and fun, while in video games, we are fine with the challenge because there is no real penalty for failing. The reason we think this way is because humans love to have control. When we play a video game, the character in the game and the entire world in the game is all under our control. We can become the strongest and most famous person in the world while sitting on the couch eating chips. The real world requires so much more work than the virtual one. If you want to run a mile in a video game, you could just move your thumb forward an inch. If you want to run a mile in the real world, you have to get up, go outside, and actually run a mile. You'll probably sweat and have sore muscles. Humans like things to be easy, so of course we would rather just move our thumbs forward an inch. That's why video games are so fun. No matter how strong you are, no matter how fast you are, the only way to be better than someone in a video game is to play more and work harder than them. Video games are great because someone else can't be better than you simply because they are better, stronger, or a super math genius. If they're better than you, then they either spend more time on the game or they're obviously cheating. One of the biggest controversies over video games is whether they make us more or less violent. I think that they do not increase our tendency towards violence. If anything, video games make us less violent. Video games are a way to let out our anger without damaging or harming anyone or anything in the real world. We can use them to blow off some steam whenever we want. Last summer, I played a lot of video games, mainly with my friends Sammy and Kai. We would play a game called Overwatch, where two teams of 6 battle each other to control a point, defend an objective, or capture a flag. We couldn't imagine doing this in the real world because it would be dangerous, illegal, and nowhere near as fun. However, we could do it in the virtual world because you can do practically anything in the virtual world, which is another reason why we are so captivated and amazed by it. Video games can simulate any fantasy a person has, so why would anyone want to spend any time at all in the real world when they can spend all their time in the virtual one? With all these benefits, it seems like the virtual world is superior to the real world in every way, and we should spend every waking minute in it. However, that is not the case. When you eat or sleep in a video game, it doesn't mean you can stop eating or sleeping in real life. Over the past few years, lots of teenage boys in Southeast Asia have died playing video games because they will go for days and days without eating, drinking, or sleeping because they are too addicted to their video games to know that their body is failing. In the passage that Katie read for us, Jesus is warning us that if we don't pay enough attention to what God is doing for us in the real world, we will miss the time to enter the kingdom of heaven and instead be judged by God for not paying attention to the real world and for not living a better life. If we spend too much time playing video games and not paying attention to the world around us, then we will miss countless opportunities and events going on around us. Video games keep getting more and more advanced as the years go on. But with all our technological advancements, we still haven't been able to solve the world's problems. We still have wars, environmental problems, poverty, hunger, and oppression. Although video games are a great escape from this broken reality, they are only a temporary one. If everyone just hides inside their video games, then nothing will ever get fixed. The fact is that while video games might make us happy and give us something to do, nothing we solve in video games can help out the situation in the real world, and if nobody does anything in the real world, then video games may be no more. Eventually, we will have to leave our virtual utopia, go outside, and conquer the real world. So let's have our fun, then get off our consoles, and go make a difference. Thank you.